Hello, everyone. My name is Uranga, and I'm here today to talk about social media and the impact that it has on today's world. Whether you have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the way to Twitter, all of these platforms have a significant impact in today's world when it comes down to social media and what we're posting as officials. Today, we're going to start with looking over a few guidelines to consider when we're on social media and what it means as officials for the upcoming season. First and foremost, consider social media communications public at all times, even if created with private intentions. The internet is an open source, so we want to make sure that we're considering that once we post, it will be public. Let's always keep that in the back of our mind. You represent the officiating industry, your associations, your assigners, and your partners. Just because we're posting something specifically does not mean that it might impact the person that you're officiating with in your next match. Please promote officiating in a positive light and with general feeling of pride and professionalism. All the hard work that we do on the field should be carried off the field, especially on social media. It is absolutely inappropriate to communicate specifics about your upcoming assignments, other officials, conferences and schools, coaches, players, and/or any related personnel. Everything that we discuss off the field should be kept privately and not on social media. Please do not engage in specific play or ruling evaluation and / commentary, whether it be a game you worked or one that you witnessed, or in general about the impact of officials in any sporting event. Just because you're a spectator does not mean that we can post and criticize, especially on social media, about what we think and what our opinions are of a performance of an official or schools or athletes. Communications among officials for learning purposes should be done privately and not through the use of social media. We have email, we have texting, we have phone calls. These can be private conversations to talk about the specifics of matches and anything that may be of benefit. Please be very sparing in your sharing of personal information, including photos. When and if you ever choose to post photos, adjust the security settings accordingly. Double check to ensure that who it's going to be seen, who can comment, who can like, and who else can share photos that you're deciding to post if you decide to do that. Report fake profiles or post to the appropriate authorities and governing bodies in a timely fashion if you believe that this is warranted to raise to an escalation for further evaluation. Do not post pictures via social media that could put you, your colleagues, staff, coaches, or athletes in a poor light or reveal confidential information. Please do yourself a favor and keep that private and do not post publicly to anyone that you have in your network. Be sure to pay attention for changes in security and privacy settings on sites like Facebook and any other platform that you're currently using, and verify your privacy settings often. Changes do happen without notification, so it's best practice to always ensure that we're double checking our settings and that we know who is seeing the post that we decide to post. Lastly, make sure to respect your audience. Just because you might not be friends with one person does not mean that they won't see it. Please ensure that we're considering all different factors when posting on social media. You are personally responsible for the content you publish on any social media platform. The information is public, so please protect your privacy. Again, just because you're posting privately does not mean that that is private. It is public. The internet will be seen as public. So keep that in consideration. My go-to, if you have doubt, do not post. Let's walk through a couple of examples of what not to do. Think before you post. For example, I'm about to ref my hometown rivals. Let's go Raiders. That will be seen by a parent, by a coach, potentially even an athlete. And we want to ensure that we're keeping this information. And if you are refereeing your hometown rival, please notify your assigner and be sure not to be assigned a match that has to do with conflict of interest. Parents are so annoying. Like, I don't care if you think it was a penalty, please be quiet. It is very easily to feel the emotion of wanting to vent and to provide our thoughts via social media, but please, it is okay to vent, but do not do it on social media. Do it privately. find a colleague, have a conversation. Do not post on social media. Well, the team I ref today had the same coach I had when I was youth under 15, and I hated that guy. I'm glad they lost. Again, this goes beyond social media. If you know that there is a potential conflict of interest, please work with your local assigner and with your colleagues. Do not referee that match, and please do not post about it publicly on social media. Once again, if you are commenting on other people's profile pictures or pictures in general, that will be seen. So it's more than just what you're posting, it's also what you're commenting. It's what you're liking, it's what you're sharing, or what others are sharing. Please be considerate of the fact that if you are engaging with someone in a public forum, commenting and replying to a certain post, that is also considered as posting on social media, and that is also considered as public. So if there are opinions that you would like to share, please keep that in a private setting. In summary, you don't want your audience to believe you are partial to a certain team, school, player, and so forth. If you are refereeing a team that does possibly believe that you are to be partial, do not accept and work with your local assigner. You want to represent your association with respect, professionalism, and dignity. And that starts with you. You don't want to put yourself in any sort of dangerous situation since you have no way of knowing who is viewing your social media accounts. Think twice. Always ensure that and anticipate the worst. Expect the worst. Expect that someone else will be reading what you're writing, what you're posting, and what you're sharing. Nothing on the internet is ever really deleted. Once it's posted, it's out there. If in doubt, please think twice and do not post if in doubt. Lastly, to carry on, think before you post. Thank you. Best of luck this upcoming season and looking forward to work with you on the pitch.